What's up, guys? I'm LQ. This is the LQ Review. Thank you so much for being here at my YouTube channel. This is where I talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff. I love to talk about movies, video games, comic books, TV shows. If it's nerdy, if it's geeky, I'm probably going to be talking about it here. And right now, I want to give you my thoughts on Survivor Winners at War Episode 10. This is the Loved One episode. Now, Loved One episodes are kind of divisive. Some people don't like them. Some people think they're cheesy. Some people bawl their eyes out. All right, I love Loved Ones episodes. I think they're great. All right, any TV show, any movie relies on character development, right? Character development is what makes you care about these characters. Whether that care is love or hate, the character development is what makes you love or hate these characters. And the Loved Ones episodes are character development episodes. Right? We get to see these survivors in their element with people they care about. We get to see their emotional reactions to people that they care about. I loved last night's Loved Ones visit. Couple highlights from me. Seeing Tyson interact with his daughter. Seeing the way that he interacted with her, the way he joked with her, the way that she put him at ease. And he just was able to make a bunch of funny jokes. I would just love to be able to watch this guy parent for a while. Not saying that I would necessarily follow his cues, but I would be entertained by it. And he's clearly a devoted and loving father. And like I said, I love seeing his interaction with his daughter, and I love seeing his interaction with his wife with them, how she stood back and said, "I just love watching this." I think that's great, right? And, the one that I really enjoyed the most, though, was Tony's reaction to his kids. The way that he kind of just fell to his knees, and the way he said, "This is a fantasy, that this is something that I fantasized about." I believe that Tony is in a really good position in this game. I think that he's primed for that final three. I really do. And this was a moment that Tony has always been a character that I have loved, but this was a moment that just really humanized him for me and made me think, wow, that's a relatable person. That's somebody that I can relate to. I was talking to my wife about the Loved Ones visits, and I was like, and we talk about what would happen if I played Survivor. I don't know that the Loved Ones visit would be a positive, especially if my kids were there. Because I don't know that I will be strong enough to let them go. After 24 days, and then seeing my daughter and seeing my son, and having them for a brief moment, I don't know that I'd be strong enough to let them go. I don't know. It might weaken me. That being said, I really appreciated the fact that they let them all have their loved ones. I was like, when there was kids there, I was like, what are they going to do? I was like, are they going to rip kids away from their parents after just a brief few-minute visit? I was really happy that they decided to let them all have the reward. And I do think it was fitting in this season. This season, all these people have won the game. They've all been ambassadors for the game. And Jeff said that this was kind of a thank you. Even people on the edge got to see their families. And fast forwarding to the end, I love that Boss and Rob thanked Jeff, and they all thanked Jeff for that. That was fantastic. So some people don't like the Loved Ones episodes. I do. I think character development is really important in any show or any movie or anything. Character development is one of the single most important things, and the Loved Ones episodes do that. They develop the character, because in these shows, these people aren't just contestants, they're characters in a TV show. And we get to a little more insight into their lives, and I think that's important. And I hope Survivor never gets rid of the family episodes, because I think that they are a really essential part to a Survivor season. Yeah, I said I think they're essential to a Survivor season. Let's skip ahead to the immunity challenge. And I love the fact that Tony won it. And I love, as he even said, I won a challenge. It was his first challenge that he ever won. His first individual immunity challenge he ever won. in any season he's ever been on a Survivor. And I love that he said, how did I win a challenge that relied on patience? Because he's not a patient person. And we've seen that in his gameplay in past seasons. But for whatever reason, this kind of really went into his skill set. And he was able to do it really well. I don't think he dropped it once. So that was great. So he wins immunity, he wins 2 fire tokens, and he's safe. So we don't have to see Tony do a mad crazy man scramble in what ended up being a very crazy tribal council, because he perceived himself as being safe. And I think that was an opportunity for him to solidify his alliance. And I think that's clearly what happened, and he's in the majority. Let's see. Tribal Council was nuts. Tribal Council was nuts. I know a lot of people don't like the whispering at Tribal Council. You know, the people whispering in each other's ears and getting up and moving. You know, a lot of people are like, why does Jeff allow that? He has to allow it. Number one, I can tell he loves it. If you watch his face, he loves it. But number two, Jeff has said since early on, I don't know if he said this in season 1, so I'm not going to say that he did, but I know that since early in Survivor history, he's always said, this is your tribal council, talking to the players, not the audience, talking to the players. This is your tribal council. And it would undermine the integrity of tribal council if he stopped the whispering. Because once he stops the whispering, it is now Jeff's tribal council. And that goes against everything that he's ever said about tribal council. This is their tribal council. And it's their rules. So them getting up and whispering and doing that whole ordeal, that is the players making it their tribal council. Just as Jeff has always said that it is. He cannot stop at the whispering. He cannot. If he did, it would undermine the integrity of tribal council. It would. Because it's theirs. And, you know, we've always heard that tribal council is several hours long. You know, it's not the 10 minutes we get on the TV show. It's several hours. They don't have to show that stuff happening at tribal council. They don't have to show it. They could edit that out very easily. They want to show it. They want to show it because that does a couple things. Number one, it shows just how up in the air some of the votes can be. And it shows the chaos of these later seasons of Survivor. Survivor has evolved, and the players have made it evolve. You know, yeah, production can force the evolution with things like fire tokens and power medallions and whatever else they want to introduce into the game. But ultimately, the players are the ones that evolve the game. And we have seen another evolution in Survivor because of the players trying to do something different. So, yeah, I love that. Poor Tyson. Poor Tyson got voted out again. We had some big moves he made here. Jeremy made a big move by his turning on his alliance, not turning on them, but abandoning them. Abandoning his alliance. And getting rid of, getting the target off of his back by playing the safety without power. We saw Sarah make the big move. They had a standoff for a second there. Jeremy finally made his move. Then Sarah made her move by stealing Denise's vote. And then Kim made her immunity idol move. And it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered because even if she had played it for Tyson, it still would have been a tie. And my assumption would be the votes would have gone to... Kim wasn't going to win that. Kim wasn't going to win that. So... Tyson's out, and he's back to the edge, and I think that's going to be the end we're going to see of Tyson. I don't think he's going to be able to wiggle his way back into the game. But, yeah, this was a good episode. The gameplay has definitely been elevated ever since the merge. Pre-merge was... The story in the pre-merge was getting rid of the old school players. And then the story post-merge has been elevated gameplay, and it has been getting better and better and better. And I've really enjoyed seeing these players elevate their games. And And I think we've seen some lines drawn in the sand, and I think we're going to see that play out. But Jeremy better watch out. I think Jeremy's in trouble because he abandoned his alliance now. He's an easy vote now. He's an easy vote now for the majority alliance and for his own alliance. He's an easy vote. So, I don't know. This was the best episode of the season yet, and just look forward to seeing what they have in store for us. We've got 4 more episodes, 2 more regular episodes. The penultimate episode's going to be 2 hours, and then the finale will be 3 hours, and I'm definitely looking forward to that. So thank you so much for joining me here at the LQ Review. What did you think of episode 10 of Survivor When Is at War? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and as always, thank you for being here at the LQ Review, where we get to talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff we love to talk about. Until next time, we'll see you guys later.